And perfect. All right, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. How about you? How's work?
Oh, it could always be better.
Oh yeah, it's never good. Are they still doing that?
No.
Are they still doing that? What they opened the restaurant across the street? Are they still making you work there?
No, I am. They're pushing it back like another month, but they have me cooking for weddings and shit right now, so I'm
Oh,
doing it out of that kitchen.
okay. Is that a nicer kitchen at least?
Oh, yeah, it's way nicer.
All right. All right. Let's
But I
get.
can't let them know that.
All right. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, and let's talk about the games you're playing at the moment.
Good question. I have a really bad case of ADHD lately when it comes to games. I'm kind of all over the damn place.
Uh huh.
As far as when I'm playing on Xbox lately, I've been playing Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah.
Been wanting to get into that series for a while.
Uh-huh.
Pretty into Sega, as you know.
Oh, always.
So I want to get into that, kind of prepare for Yakuza Like a Dragon, one of the few launch titles on the Xbox Series X. So would like to be somewhat prepared for that, even though it's more of a JRPG than a action RPG
No, I understand.
game, however you would describe Yakuza.
Yeah. How many games in the series do they have?
I think the new one's the seventh one, but there's
Wow.
also like two spin-offs.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
It's pretty cool. I recommend it.
oh yeah, I'm probably gonna download it when we're done here. How many games of the Yakuza series are on Game Pass?
Right now I think it's Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, which are remakes of the first two games, and also Yakuza 0, which is, as it sounds, a prequel.
Ah, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been playing. Well, I've been starting to do a replay once again of Fallout New Vegas, which you know I've been playing, on and off again all my life. So that's fun. It's always fun. I need to tackle the DLCs. I've never played DLCs before.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I've had this like weird urge to go back to New Vegas myself, and since it's on Game Pass now, all the DLCs for it were on sale. I think they were like $1.79 each or
Really?
something.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just went and picked up like all the DLC for it for like, I think I got it all for like under $6.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, Game Pass is just fantastic. Like
Yeah.
it's just great, yeah. And I think it's a perfect time to segue into the Xbox reveal, and like what I was really liking about the new Xbox is the resume feature and how you can have multiple games basically playing at once, and you can pause them and jump between them, and I enjoy that because I'm very ADHD. I'm jumping in between games. If I like die during a mission, I want to pause it, then I jump to another game. I think that's awesome. I've been wanting like a feature like that for years. So I've been wanting it since like 2010. I wanted back then I wanted like a CD like disc changer. You could put like 6 games in it and then just jump around between them. So I'm excited that they're finally adding it to the new Xbox.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I never really thought about it as a like a disc changer for games, but that's a good comparison. Honestly, the feature I think I'm most excited for, besides just obvious quality of life upgrades, is have you seen the auto HDR?
No, I don't think I have.
So it's pretty much just what it sounds like. It adds HDR to games that don't officially support it.
Really?
Yeah, and for a lot of the footage I've seen, it looks like it works pretty damn well. Now, there's a couple of instances where I think I was watching, I think it was Digital Foundry's video, because they do a lot of that tech stuff. I think they were saying that the only place where it doesn't work great is that sometimes it'll kind of like fuck up the HUD.
Yeah.
Or like the menus in some games.
Uh-huh.
And like it'll make it just like way too bright. But other than that, like actual gameplay, it seems like it works really well. And one of the coolest examples I saw for it was they're using it on like original Xbox games that are from like 15 years ago or
That's
more,
awesome, yeah.
that like obviously don't have HDR in them at all.
Uh-huh.
And like it's making them look like, I'm not gonna like blow smoke up their ass and say like it makes them look like remakes or anything, but like it looks like an actual like almost like a port of it to current gen. Like it gives it like a really good like makeover.
Oh, that's awesome, yeah. 'Cause some of these old games, they really do need a touch up, you know. That's awesome. Yeah. So I think, well, if we're going to segue back to the, we're talking about Fallout. I really think that I know we were talking earlier about how the Fallout series and the Halo series are one and the same through how big their audience is and how they're really struggling to find which audience to appease, what to do right, And I know we were talking a little bit. I know we're talking about Game Pass right now, Xbox, and I was thinking that Fallout 76 is once again. I think it's going to become something soon. I think they're going to fix it up, and I think it's going to be popular again. I don't know. What do you think?
Gee, I sure hope so. I would really like for it to be, because I think Xbox really needs an exclusive like MMO, and we have Phantasy Star Online 2 now, which I'm a really big fan of. I wish I had more time to play that game, and just people to play it with in general, because like everyone I know just would rather play Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But something like Fallout 76, I know my friends would play. Mm-hmm. So if they could somehow get that Microsoft money and fix 76 up and make it a lot more appetizing to the public, perhaps maybe have like a relaunch for it of sorts, add a bunch of new shit.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet, because like I said, I mean, PlayStation's got Final Fantasy 14 online, and that game's fucking huge. And I think like really like there's Xbox has like one of everything. The only one of it that I would say, like, the two genres they have on lock, and it's kind of a meme for Xbox at this point, is racing and shooters. It'd be cool if they could finally get like some MMOs on lock and have that as something people look forward to playing on Xbox as well.
Yeah, I know you were pretty big into ESO too, which is on Game Pass now.
Yeah, actually, I completely forgot about ESO. Yeah, ESO is great, but that's on everything. It's not like exclusive.
Yeah, that's a fun game. I remember we were playing it a lot. Maybe like 2 summers ago, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what that expansion was. Elsewhere, I was playing their like Elsewhere expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So if we are talking about racing games and shooters, the Xbox brand. Let's talk about, Halo 4 Flighting has started, which is pretty interesting. They're about to actually complete the Master Chief Collection on PC, which is pretty exciting, I think.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Saw some footage from a bunch of the Halo people I follow. It's looking cool. I saw like flyable pelicans and stuff in custom games now.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, always excited to see. Really, honestly, I'm really hoping that after this, Halo 5 can get a proper PC port. Not to the Master Chief Collection. I keep seeing people asking to put Halo 5 into Master Chief Collection.
That wouldn't fit.
That is a terrible idea. I don't know why people want that. Like, Master Chief Collection's like 100-something gigabytes already. Why would you want to put that into the Master Chief Collection?
I don't think it would fit.
Not to mention, like, all the bugs that would introduce, adding another engine into that game. That's insane. But I really hope it gets like just its own like native port to PC and it's by itself. Because I mean, as much as I don't even want to say not like Halo 5, because I actually really do like that game. But as much as I guess I should say I'm kind of done with that game, I don't really feel a need to go back and play it. It would be cool knowing that, it's in my Steam library, and if I wanted to, I could boot it up and go play it with some of my friends on PC.
Yeah. I think it would be also interesting if they, once they finish Halo 4, they do a couple, quality of life changes to the Master Chief Collection. And I think delaying Halo Infinite will actually give, some free resources or time or whatever to actually fix, some more issues in the Master Chief Collection to get it a nice final version, which is what we all been hoping for.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Infinite bombs and
don't say that.
Hopefully it doesn't, because the meme's always that the Halo community and Xbox is on suicide watch if Infinite fails. But I'm telling you, if Infinite fails, I think I'm on suicide watch. Like, oh my god, I don't think I can go another 5 years without like another Halo, like a new Halo.
Oh yeah, that's a nightmare. Like
During these trying times, the only thing that's keeping me going right now is a new Halo on the horizon. So please, God, just let it be good.
please, and then it just this is an excellent time to segue into the new Halo controversy. Just go. Speaking of Suicide Watch.
Oh my God.
So, I guess to give some background, for a few people that still haven't heard about the controversy, is that 343 Industries is taking out the generic primary and secondary color skins.
Now I'm gonna stop you real quick. So this is like confirmed, right? This isn't just like assumptions everyone is making because the shaders are being added. Like, it's confirmed that the way we've always done this with the primary and secondary colors, it's kind of just gone.
I'm pretty
now.
sure, yeah. Unishek, the community manager, he said it on Twitter that they're changing to a 7-layer shader system, and basically
Did they say that like you could choose colors in like the shade? All right, let's specify what the shaders are first.
They're just
now
skins.
These shaders,
Like,
it's like Destiny, right?
yeah, it's like Destiny, Fortnite. It's basic skins, but the controversy behind it is it takes away one of the core elements in Halo's identity is the essentials of customization, and it goes back to Halo 1 where you could color your Spartan, and people are not really liking the idea of these skins or whatnot, because you're taking away features, not adding, and B, these 7-layer shader systems, from what we've seen, doesn't look that good. Like for Chips Ahoy, for example, they have like this like if you get a Chips Ahoy box or whatever, you could get a Halo skin, and this Halo skin is basically a purple Spartan. So it's like, so what this is, so to get the
we
color.
know what the Chips Ahoy skin looks like.
Yeah, it's purple. Yeah, look it up.
I'm looking this up because that just sounds funny to me. Does it have a big Chips Ahoy logo?
No,
on it?
it's just the color purple.
Oh my God, it's just the color purple.
Yeah, and that's what everyone's freaking out, because it's like, well, and I guess it says on the box that like $5 value, and it's just $5 for the color purple.
Oh, that's what this fucking purple Spartan I keep seeing on my timeline is?
Yes.
It's the Chips. Oh my, okay, that makes me even more nervous if like the fucking color purple is locked behind the Chips Ahoy fucking box of cookies. Holy shit.
Like, that is awful, and
yeah,
really, and people have been really like thinking about it. I mean, I've been thinking about a lot, that like, why would you paywall skins? And Bo and I have talked about this extensively. We talked about how every new Xbox exclusive title is going to be on Game Pass, and they have to make money somehow, so they're going to monetize big multiplayer games like Gears, which they really monetize to a crazy level, which is kind of like a foreshadow for things to come with Infinite. And the Halo community as a whole has came to terms with the fact that Halo Infinite's multiplayer is going to be free, where there's going to be microtransactions. We know this, and basically what people are upset about is that these skins, like, they're not good looking. Like, what, you get a warthog like grayish tint like skin or shader, and people are just like fed up with it. And another reason why this is so upsetting is because like most Halo matches is red versus blue. You don't really see your customized color Spartan or whatever. You don't see it most of the time. You only see it in a rumble pit or firefight, or like Halo Reach, for example, you see in a campaign. So this makes people start thinking, like, why would you have these shaders? And really this goes down to battle royale, which seems kind of like it's going to happen. Now, I don't think many people in the Halo community are against the concept of a battle royale. I think people are just against the monetization to such a degree as the shaders. And another thing that we're worried about is that I know Unishek, he was saying that that not every shader is going to be behind a paywall. You could unlock shaders through like the game, or battle pass, but the problem behind this is that, like, how long will the grind take to get, like a red skin or the purple, the Chips Ahoy purple, you know? Like, what is it going to be like, Battlefront, where Battlefront 2 controversy, where you're putting all these hours in to unlock just the basic vanilla Darth Vader? Like, is that what's going to happen if you want to get red or chrome? I mean, it's really, I don't know, the Halo community is very upset. They're feeling, passed over to, to like this new broad new audience, like the Fortnite crowd, all these young kids that really haven't played the, old Halo. And that's really what people are upset about, that this is, really like upset, really like aggressive monetization. I mean, that's about it. What do you think about it?
I mean, I've said it before, and this isn't exactly a hot take in the gaming community, but I feel like this is kind of the double-edged sword of Game Pass. I think with Microsoft putting all their games on Game Pass now, there has to be more ways for them to make money other than subscriptions. And the best way for them to do that is to look at their hot new multiplayer games and throw as many paywalls into them as they can. And I mean, I guess they're not paywalls. It's not blocking Well, it is blocking content. It's not blocking gameplay.
It's only blocking, cosmetic content that you were originally, just when you started the game up. Like, if you boot up Halo Reach in 2010, you get all the colors.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even be mad about the shade. Like, I'm not even mad about the shaders being in the game. I'm just mad about them replacing the primary-secondary system. If it was the primary-secondary plus the shaders, I don't think anybody would be mad. The discourse would be completely about how cool it is that there's more ways to customize your Spartan.
Yeah, like, maybe... I think if we're gonna, I don't know, talk about, like, the whole Battle Royale, monetization, multiplayer games in the, the modern day, is I think that these... If you have to monetize Halo, at least, incentivize us. Like, make it like armor... I don't know, armor or weapon skins that are interesting. Like, get like I don't know, let's say if there's playable brutes in multiplayer, maybe you get like a cool chieftain skin. You got like this really cool chieftain armor. It's sleek, it's nice looking, and it's not like, well, I paid $10 for this skin, but now you're not paying $5 for just a basic generic purple. Like, if you had something interesting to monetize, I think people wouldn't be that upset. But if you're putting, basic, rudimentary, starting colors or whatever, it's just taking away features. It's really, it's upsetting.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I wish they could say stuff that gets everyone more excited for Infinite. But it really, at this point, feels like the more we learn about the game, the more disappointing it's starting to sound. And they're really shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Especially since they went fucking radio silent since that reveal.
Yeah.
And I know, like, there was a lot of controversy around that reveal, but, like, you gotta show something. Because, like, it looks kind of bad when, like, you don't show anything, and then the next time we see something, it's about microtransactions.
Yeah. It's like
it looks really bad.
It's like, hey, look at this Halo demo that is graphically inferior to most games, and then freak out, radio silent. Hey guys, we're delaying the game. A couple months later, hey guys, do you guys remember that primary secondary color system? Well, it's gone. $5 for the color purple.
Yeah, it's
that's not good.
Just like I said, it's disappointing. I think if we talk about it any longer, I might shoot myself. So let's move on to something else.
Hear the click.
Yeah, we didn't even do an intro. It was just cold open, no room for an intro.
You're just like, hey guys, like, if Halo's bad again, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk more about Halo. Like, let's stop talking about the negativity. Let's talk about.
All right, let's be positive, I guess.
Yeah,
about Halo.
All right, let's talk about Battle Royale and the potential that it actually has. Like, it's not all doom and gloom here.
I am one of those, like, I am pro Battle Royale in Halo.
Like, I think it would be fun. honestly.
I get why people don't want it. Like the crowd that's like, oh, 343 has already fucked up the launch of 2 games. Like, adding Battle Royale and just gonna like guarantee that they fuck something up. But
look,
jeez.
let's like.
Anyways,
Let's. Okay, go.
No, I think it'll be good. Like, Halo is perfect for a battle royale, and like you see people talk about it all the time. Why wouldn't you do it?
Like, let's think about it this way. Like, we already know through the demo that there's this big expedition to the Halo ring. It fails, and a piece of the Halo ring blew off in some epic battle. Right? It would be interesting if you had this battle royale map right on the exploded part of the Halo ring, and that's basically where you're fighting. And the move to different zones, maybe the Halo ring is falling apart, and you're jumping in vehicles, doing warthog runs as the ground is like sinking beneath you. I mean, that stuff would be fascinating. I think that the game mode Warzone, not Call of Duty, but like old Halo 5 Warzone, I think it would be interesting if they took some of the stuff out of that playbook. I know it's hated, but the idea of maybe adding some AI to the mix, if it flows though in a battle royale situation. Like, if it flows to have like some elites, maybe some brute chieftains, or something guarding like I don't know, like maybe like a target locator, or maybe guarding let's say the sniper rifle, because I know like something that's like some AI there would really, I don't know, I think it would mix it up a little, and I think it would make it stand out from other battle royale titles. I know a thing we were talking earlier that we were concerned with is the fact that there's a lack of long-range weapons, and that the game might just turn into a long sniping match, which is what we are afraid of. But I really think there's some ways they could work around it. Like, I know for PUBG, for example, they have some really violent sniper rifles but there's only like, I think only a couple of them on the map, so it's spaced out. It's not like you're moving across a flat field in PUBG and next thing you know your head blows off. And yeah, I think
the way that kind of gets leveled out in a battle royale situation in Halo is that there's vehicles on the field. There's gonna be a lot more cover. I would imagine it would probably be like a foresty area, rocks everywhere. It shouldn't be a problem as long as there's not a ton of just open spaces with nothing to hide behind.
Yeah, I think what will be interesting though is I could see sprint. I don't know. I know there's I don't know if sprint's gonna be taken out in just generic basic arena multiplayer, but maybe they might have sprint in, let's say, the battle royale mode where you're moving to all these
locations. We know sprints in the game.
No, yeah, but I mean, like in multiplayer, like from arena to campaign to battle royale, like I wonder if they're gonna take it out.
Oh, I mean, I guarantee you can turn it off. I think every Halo that's had the sprint has there's an option to turn it off for game modes.
Yeah. I'm just picturing like a battle royale mode, right? The ring is falling beneath you, right? You get your grappling hook, you grapple onto a piece of the map and like hoist yourself up. I mean, there's endless
it'd be cool if everyone always talks about battle royale should be an ODST mode. I agree. And stuff like the grappling hook it's just an item you find on the map.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not everyone has it.
Yeah, of course.
Same thing with if there are abilities in the game. Which I don't think there is. I don't remember seeing any of that in the gameplay reveal. Was there?
No, I think it's just equipment pickups like Halo 3.
Yeah, if it's just like Halo 3 equipment pickups, then yeah, have that kind of stuff around the map.
Yeah.
It would be a ton of fun.
Oh, honestly, I agree. I think also adding flying vehicles into the mix would also be interesting. Like, let's say you have like a Hornet or, the Wasp. I know the Wasp is in it. You can see it in the concept art. It's like that one. It was in Halo 5. It's like basically just one-seater Hornet type vehicle. It's just a UNSC flying. I don't know. It's kind of like, do you remember in Halo 5 they had that Forerunner vehicle? You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. But that's kind of the problem with Halo 5. There's like no like big team battle maps really, and all of the vehicles are just like, and here's the human version of a flying vehicle, and here's the Promethean version of a flying vehicle.
It's one and the same. Yeah.
Like, they're all the same things, they just function a little differently, and they all like look just like they either came from the Prometheans or the humans.
Yeah, I agree. Um, you know what's interesting though is all the variations. I know it's all behind microtransactions, but like the variations I think are fantastic. You know, like it's just
Yeah, if they
interesting.
found
to
a way
see,
to
yeah.
bring all that stuff from Warzone back, but not in like a microtransaction way, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like I think it was interesting seeing, you know, like they added the what was it in Halo? It was in Halo Wars. You know, I'm talking about the tank. I forget what it's called. You know, I'm talking about the elite vehicle that Forge can use.
The Grizzly?
Yeah, you could add. I think they had Grizzlies. Yeah, Grizzlies were in the
Oh,
game.
really?
Yeah, like really crazy
I
stuff
didn't
like
know
that.
that.
I think it'd be interesting. You know.
Maybe I do need to go back and play Halo 5 again, because I think I quit playing that game a little too early.
And then they had that. What was that game mode called that I really liked? It was like the tactical game mode. Was it Breakout? I think what it was called.
Oh, dude, I fucking loved Breakout, and then they ruined it.
Yeah, they did. I kind of liked it. You know, spawning with the SMG, handgun, one life. I thought that was fantastic.
The pistol, the Halo 5 pistol feels really good, but in Breakout, that gun was so much fun to use.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I loved just like, you know, like someone's in the back, you know, playing around with the battle rifle. Like that was some fun stuff, honestly. Yeah, I don't think Breakout's going to be in Halo Infinite. I doubt it because it's more of a soft.
I'd be
reboot.
surprised if it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they're, you know, going back to the roots, sticking to more Bungie-esque, you know, gameplay, content. You know, I think the thing with Halo 5 is that it's not a bad game in a sense. It's like it's not a bad game. It's just I don't think it fits in Halo itself, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what everyone thinks.
Like it's not a bad game.
I don't hate Halo 5. Like I like it quite a bit. It doesn't scratch my Halo itch.
No, it doesn't. And I think
it's a great game, but when I think about Halo, I don't think about Halo 5.
No, yeah, you think more like Halo 3, Reach, ODST.
And even Reach doesn't play a lot like classic Halo, but like even that game kind of scratches my Halo itch. And I think, and this is an old argument too, but I think it has a lot to do with the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And Reach changed it up and went like for a more gritty, like realistic look kinda, but it still felt like Halo to me.
Yeah. No.
5, like, it looks like Halo, but it doesn't feel like Halo.
I wasn't really a fan of Halo 5's map design either. Like I just didn't like how things looked
like
or
I remember
placed.
they added Firefight at some point, and like there was no actual like Firefight map, so it was just a multiplayer map, so some enemies on them. Like it was basically just a different version of Warzone, except you didn't have to fight another team. And
Yeah, it was just like you fought basically basic Prometheans, but with a high health bar, like like just ridiculously high health bar, and you call in your microtransaction rec packs, which I really didn't like.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I hate to say this because I know there's a lot of people that work really hard on these games, but Halo 4 and 5, they just feel like really half-ass attempts at making Halo games. And I know that a lot of people like put a lot of time into them, but that's just what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
And if that's what Infinite feels like, we officially have the half-ass trilogy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fucking blow my brains out if that happens.
That's great. You've got 5 years to fix Halo, or I'm gonna just fucking do it. Just episode 1, just Suicide Watch. Is that what's the title's?
No, it's a little dark, I think.
A little like a little Breaking Benjamin themed, a little edgy. Just like cut. I don't even know, man. It's just going into the realm of cringe 2010. You know, Adolescence is playing.
Oh my god.
My goodness, man. It is. I don't know. Honestly, I do have high hopes of Halo Infinite.
I do too. I have high hopes for every Halo game.
Yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't disappoint you until it comes out. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think if we're going to talk about, I really think this is a perfect time to segue into, you know, what the hell was up with that Hunt the Truth series? Why was that so good and then Halo 5's campaign just like no connection.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
this is honestly my biggest problem with 343. It's like they know exactly what the fans want and they don't give it to you.
I don't get what the whole Halo 5 like hunt the truth thing. Like, it was a complete fake out. You have this one really interesting, detailed story that was phenomenal, by the way, absolutely phenomenal podcast. It was ridiculous, like hyping this game up to such a point, and then Halo 5. And basically, for those who maybe not remember, but Hunt the Truth series is about this independent reporter, and he's like uncovering weird, like, Oni, which is kind of like the Halo universe's CIA, like war crimes and all these kind of like really messed up stuff. And it's interesting because it like plays into this idea that the UNSC, which is the humans, are going to split into like this civil war. Master Chief's going to be like this heroic leader of the rebel faction, and it was going to be completely different than just shooting aliens. Like, it was awesome, and then they had the trailer where like Agent Locke is hunting Master Chief, and like he's about to kill Master Chief, and then Master Chief's about to kill Agent Locke. Like, it was all a fake out. And then the Infinity in the distance, which is the Halo 4 super battleship, is on fire and is crashing. Like, that kind of stuff was fantastic. And then I remember, like, it was 5 years ago, Bo and I were playing it. We get in there, we beat the campaign in like 2 days, and it was nothing like that. Like, we just get in there and we just sit there at the end and we're like, wow. Just wow. We're just sitting there. Or just everyone's stunned. I don't know, man. I think 343 should just stick with what people want. Like, Halo isn't this really complex space opera. It's kind of like
It's not, and that's what they need to understand. It's a sci-fi shooter heavily inspired by like Starship Troopers and shit. Like, it's supposed to be campy. Like, it's goofy, but the characters take it seriously. Like, it doesn't have to be super duper serious.
I mean, the Gravemind, he speaks in riddles. Like, these villains are over the top, they're cartoony. Like,
yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like as much as I like Halo 4, I feel like that was like that kind of ruined it, because like after that it was just like now everything has to be super serious because Halo 4 was.
Like, Halo Reach still had its funny moments, but it had kind of this bleak overtone, but it wasn't completely like gritty.
Halo Reach was like has that, it's really bleak like you said, but it also like the characters were really cool and they were doing like a fucking badass action movie shit. Like, at one point in the game, fucking George picks you up and throws you out of a fucking spaceship and you hurtle back to the planet.
I know, he just
like it's the most ridiculous shit, and it's cool.
And you remember it too. Like, I remember he picks him up and he's just like, tell him to make it count, gives him the dog tags, just flying back. Like I remember that. And I played Halo Reach 10 years ago. And I remember that. I couldn't remember Halo 4. I barely remember it. I remember the Didac, like incinerating people. But besides that, and this is, if we're going to talk about the Didac, what was up with, they had this comic book series in like 2015, and it was called like Minutes to Midnight or something like that, and it took place immediately after Halo 4, and it was this whole like really awesome like arc where they killed the Didac, which was the main enemy in Halo 4. They kill him off in a comic book, in extended content, and it was in this really epic fashion too. It was like Master Chief, like the Didac goes to this like Halo ring, right? This
doesn't he trick him into coming to Halo ring, and then he just lights the Halo ring and teleports out?
Yes, like that's exactly what happens. I'm like, what? Why isn't this like in the game?
Why wasn't that Halo 5?
Like, why wasn't that like at least the first half of the game? I don't get that. And then the first mission you're playing as Agent Locke, and you kill like the forgettable Halo 4 Spartan Ops, which was also a mess, which we'll get into in a minute. this like Drew Mandama, if you remember him. He's like this elite warlord that wasn't rememberable, didn't even speak, I don't think. Which is also cuts away. He's just this weird alien warlord.
I played Spartan Ops, but I did not pay attention to the story.
Yeah, and then the first mission, you kill the bad guy. So it's like all the Halo 4 arcs are just closed. One in expanded universe lore, and then other in just the first mission. And Spartan Ops, by the way, was like supposed to replace Firefight in this weird episodic adventures, right? And these were supposed to be, really interesting and filled with story and adventure, but they were nothing. They were literally repeats of campaign missions, because for some reason they did these they're basically, these Spartan Ops missions are basically like campaign missions, right? Extra campaign missions, but they rushed them out, and they're just copying and pasting old maps, and they did like maybe I think like 2 seasons, right? And then it just ended, and then they never did again, which was weird. I don't know, like 343 has tried many things, which I do give them credit for. Don't get me wrong. It's just that, what are you doing? Like, you have good ideas, you're just not executing them. Particularly in the lore department.
Well, they also have this track record of trying new stuff, and if it doesn't catch on instantly, they just give up.
Like, Spartan Ops, in theory, could have been great, but for some reason they were weekly, but they should have been like once every like quarter. 5 different campaign mission once every quarter, detailed, different, replayable maps that weren't a part of the campaign with some interesting episodic arcs and adventures. That stuff would be phenomenal. Halo lore fans would eat up. I mean, I would eat it up, man. Like, just anything like that. And we just don't have it. That stuff is upset. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna title this podcast like "Ramblings of an Angry Halo Fan."
Why not? I mean, I actually think we did pretty good though for a second recording. Like, that wasn't bad.
Yeah. Oh man! All right, we're approaching the 40-minute mark.
I know, this is probably, we're done.
And all we did was talk about Halo.
I don't think there's a problem with that.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, once we get to like, I don't know, once we replay the Gears series, we'll talk about that when they have more Gears content out, something else. Just this week, it's all about the Halo controversy. This, I don't know, near the end of the month of October, it's more like we've seen nothing from Halo for months, and then they just like, it's like they walk into your house and they're like, hey guys, microtransactions, no more primary, secondary colors, shut the door, disappear. It's like, what is happening?
They open your door and just throw a fucking hunk of shit at you.
Then they shut the door.
Say, you like that? And then they walk away.
This is pretty cool, by the way.
I don't understand what the fans want.
Honestly, I feel like we're giving 343 a hard time. It just do right.
No,
things.
we are. Like,
do it right.
I was talking to you earlier. Like, I really don't want this to be like the number company bad.
Yeah, I know. Like
a big podcast episode 302.
Big 343. You just don't get it, do you? You motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, because they've done a lot of stuff.
They do, like. And I mean, they've been branching out to the community, and they've been being honest, and there's definitely some credit there. I just mean, as long as they're consistent. I know. Like, with this 10-year plan, right? They have a 10-year plan for Halo. I don't want this to be like Spartan Ops, where it's like, well, Halo Infinite didn't do as well as we thought. Time to just quit and make a new Halo. It's not like, it's like a Stephen King book, You're not just throwing them out the window. It's not like do it right, follow a correct path, Like, Halo fans aren't hard to... Oh, that's a lie. Halo fans are really hard. I was about to say,
that's a bold-faced lie, and
I just lied straight to 3 listeners. 2 of them, you checking the view.
It's good no one's gonna listen to this shitty podcast.
Not for at least a couple of years. So, anyway, we're at the 40-minute mark. We're done. Let's save it. I gotta cook dinner.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Go eat your chicken dinner. I guess that's it, guys.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.